Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. You know where you are, the 9 at 9 with me, Tigo. And you know I love bringing in experts. And I also love bringing in experts that calls me out on the things I should be doing. And today, I brought in the expert. She's going to call us all out on our DNA. And I'm not talking about your physical DNA. I'm talking about, you're going to have to wait and see. Sit right there. We'll be right back.
Emmett, do you want to play with me? Yeah, I can't play right now. I'm doing show notes.
Yeah, you heard me right. We're talking about DNA today, but we're not talking about, the physical DNA. We're talking about financial DNA. And if we're going to talk about transforming your financial DNA, then we got to go get Robbie Mathews. She's the expert on this stuff. Hey, Robbie, are you out there?
I'm here, Tigo. Hey.
Hey, what's happening? Okay, so you and I know each other through JD3 TV. We both have shows on JD3 TV. Expert Talk is there, and your show title is?
Living Wealthy with Robbie.
Living Wealthy with Robbie. See, I gotta get that on a t-shirt or something. So we're over there, we're hanging out with Sir Dr. James Dentley and Dr. Kara Dentley and all of our family over at JD3. And I said to you, when are you coming on my show? And you asked me, when am I going to invite you?
There you go.
So now that you're here, let's talk a little bit about, okay, we're going to get to financial DNA. Come on, y'all. We're getting there. We need to know a little bit of our history. Let's talk a little bit about how you got to finance in the first place, because you started in tech, correct?
I most certainly did. I started in tech, but I also started broke. So, I grew up in a family of gamblers on the west side of Chicago. So I was always around money. And I got my first hustle on by getting drinks and cigarettes and things for the gamblers. And they would throw me a nickel, quarter, dime until I got real smart and waited till they hit a pot. And then I would get $1, $5, so I always had money. So I knew how to spend money very, very well. But the problem was, because of the lack of supervision, because the family was gambling and I was doing some other stuff, I became a teenage mom. So by the time I was 18, I had 2 children, ages 4 and 2. So I'm gonna let you all do the math on that one. Okay.
Wow.
So I knew how to spend money, but I didn't know how to manage money to take care of a family. So I wound up being homeless, no high school diploma, no education, and no job. But I had a burning desire to make sure my children had a better life than I did. So the one key that I understood was necessary was education. So I educated myself on how to manage money. And I was fortunate enough to finally get a job in technology, doing computer programming when there were actual like computers. Now they're
program rocks
everywhere, right? Actual computers. So I learned that. Got a great job, but I still didn't know how to manage money yet. So I got into a lot of debt because my company gave me an unlimited credit card. Now combine that with no financial education, and I can buy anything I want at Sears Roebuck.
Not Sears Roebuck. Okay.
So I got into debt. So by me being in a good financial institution, which is where I was working, I was able to learn financial principles, and I put those financial principles to work. So people are seeing me, well, you got a kid and you're doing, you're looking well, you got a house now and all this. So what are you doing? So I started sharing my secrets and what I was doing with others. And then I met my husband, my business partner, my soulmate, and we decided to work together because a house divided will fall. So we put a financial plan together, and we decided to share our financial knowledge with other people. So he wrote this book, and we created principles called Live Wealthy. So each letter in the word wealthy represent one of those principles.
Oh, okay. Now hold on to that, because I know you guys want to know what it stands for. Hold on. But I got to go back, because right now there is a young mom who probably has 2 children, and she's a very young age, and her family's told her, you're going to be on welfare the rest of your life. You're stuck. You're never going to amount to anything. You're never going to get out of your neighborhood. You're going to end up on drugs or worse, or your kids are going to be taken away. She's not thinking that it's even possible for that young lady and other young ladies like her, and also the young men who are also the daddies out there playing like they're not. What message do you want to give them about their possible future?
Don't believe the hype. Believe in yourself. Don't let other people. I kind of like say, if you got these people running around and all up in your head, they're not paying you any rent. So if you're in somewhere and you're not paying rent, what they're gonna do? They're gonna evict you.
Yes.
Evict you out your head, and get education. Right now, I mean, when I was coming up, I won't tell you how many years ago, but it was quite a few years ago. They didn't have the internet.
Right.
And people,
Me too.
And YouTube. And all this,
right.
all this information, financial information is available, but you have to have the desire to go and find it and learn how to manage your money. It's easy. It's very simple, but it starts with the mindset, which is one of the first letters in the word wealthy, W, wealth mindset.
Wow. Okay. Now, before we get there, you didn't let it out. The W's out there. Y'all got to wait a minute. The W's out there. So what about the young lady, the young man? They've managed to get it together. They've graduated high school. They've gotten their GED. They've managed to get a great job. Maybe they're going to college, and credit card applications are starting to come. They're getting, going to the car dealership to get a nice, affordable car. And the guy's going, well, you can afford $400, $500 a month. So you don't want this car. You want this car. Not telling them about, well, if you get this car, you got to worry about insurance rates going up. If you get this car, it drinks more gas. If you get this car and you got a family, where the baby gonna sit? You got a 2-seater, that kind of a thing. What do you tell those people, those young people that are just flying by the seat of their pants and spending as much as they possibly can?
Well, that brings me to the A that's in the word wealthy.
Ooh,
it's called asset management. How do you manage the money that you have so that you can live the life that you desire and deserve? The key to that is, I don't know if I want to share that with you right now. I might have to share that with you in the next episode.
Ooh, You hear what she said? She said in the next episode. Okay, so at the same time, we've talked about young parents. We've talked about young, business people, entrepreneurs. Let's talk about the people that have gone through their whole lives. They're in their 40s or 50s or 60s, and they've been living paycheck to paycheck since they worked for McDee's back in the 80s, and they've never saved anything. Is it too late for them?
Well, I mean, it's never too late to start saving. The thing is, each individual's situation is different. But if you're spending money, if you're spending money, you can save money. You're just not spending money on saving. So you have to look at where your money is going. What are you spending your money on, and what's important to you? So at some point, it's called sacrifice. The big S is sacrifice. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. And the earlier you start managing your money, the less sacrifices you have to make. But if you wait until it's later in life, you're going to have to make some big sacrifices. You're going to have to get rid of you're going to have to get rid of the extra trips and the traveling and the extra things that you do and hosting all the family parties. And
not my cruises.
Some things you're going to have to say no. It's called say no.
Or, not my cruises. Wait a minute now.
If you don't like the word no, because some people have a problem saying no. I don't have a problem saying no. But some people have problems. So I say, instead of saying no, say not yet.
Not yet. I get that. I get that.
Say
okay, so I know, there it is. I knew Alan was about to throw up a 2-minute warning. I could see it. So we got to share, what does the acronym stand for?
Okay, Live Wealthy stands for W, wealth mindset. You have to change the way you think, act, and feel about your money. That's where it all starts, because if you don't change those habits, you're never going to make the progress. The E stands for entrepreneurship. You have to grow, get out of the grind of the 9 to 5 so that you can retire, so you can own some assets in order to build wealth, GROW. The, okay, I went to the school on the west side. Okay, the A stands for asset management. Learn how to track what you're spending. If you don't know how much you're spending, how do you know how much you have, right? You have to track that, manage that. The L stands for leave a legacy. It's not about leaving some gym shoes or a car or a bank account. It's what you leave inside of them so that they continue to survive and to thrive. So you have to leave more than just material things. The T stands for tithing and philanthropy. To whom much is given, much is expected in return. But tithing affects the church. Philanthropy affects the community. So the more wealth you have, the bigger impact you can have on the community. H is healthy living. We know we're not supposed to be eating them donuts and that barbecue and all that fried food. We know we're not supposed to do that. But because now we're spending money on doctors instead of on our future. And then the Y is you. At the end of the day, it's about you. You are the one that's in control. You have to set some goals for yourself in order to get yourself out of the position that you are in today. So that's what wealthy stands for. And when you embody those principles, then you transform your financial DNA to become a CAT, C-A-T. And if you want to know what that is, you're going to have to come back.
Ooh, and that's what I was going to say. You got to come back because we just touched on the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more I want to know. People are sitting there going, okay, that interview went by fast. So please come back and be one of our VIP experts and let's dig deep. Can we do that, please? I would love that.
Absolutely. I'll come back.
That is awesome.
We'll talk some more. Break it down.
How do they get in touch with you?
They can reach me at Robbie, Robbies, Mathews at tmeginc.com. That's tmeginc.com, and I will respond.
All right. I thank you so much for being on. I can't wait till you come back and we really dig deep. Robbie, you're absolutely financially freeing. I love it. Thank you for being on.
You're welcome, Tigo. Thank you for having me.
All right, you guys, I know you're driving, you're listening, you're at work. You didn't have a pen when she said it. You know where to go. Go to Tigo Direct, type in Robbie, type in financial, type in freedom. More than likely, she's coming up. Yes, she's coming up. Go ahead and send her a message. She'll write you back. You know, there's no cost to you and there's no cost to our guests to be on there. It's just our way to make sure you can get in touch. All right. I hope you enjoyed this episode. She says she's coming back, y'all. I hope you'll come back next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.